The FI was like, everyone's complaining, let's spice it up.
There have been times where only 4 drivers finished the freaking race.
If I can only keep one memory of F1 in my head, I'll keep that.
Mine's much simpler. And through goes Hamilton. They put a $300,000 jewel on the top of the car.
Fandom, when it crosses the line, is dangerous.
Yeah. What's up, rookies?
Welcome back to the Monaco Grand Prix weekend.
Oof, it's gonna be intensely boring.
I love how you're already prepped for this news fest.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna sit with some board games in front of me and, like, make sure my strategic moves are better than Ferrari's. Like, I'm all prepared. I'm all prepared.
Yeah, and I mean, last year, Monaco was my favorite race because, of course, Charles Leclerc won his home race and broke the curse of Monaco. So, yeah. After that, I don't even know what can happen for a Monaco race to be good.
I mean, I genuinely don't even know at this point. Rain?
No, I'm hoping.
We had one clean race. We can do with some rain.
Yeah, like the thing with rain is I'm always conflicted. It's kind of like with safety cars. Like, it does make the race interesting.
Yeah.
But it's also like it just turns the table to a point where I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's so unpredictable then. Like, it can sometimes help the people you wanted to help, but sometimes it can really mess up the race.
You're really bitter about Verstappen coming first last race, aren't you?
Yeah. Especially because before the first virtual safety car, Leclerc's undercard really worked out for him.
Yeah, but then he also has shit luck. Him and Alonso, both of them.
Yeah, I just hope, his home race means so much to him.
Yeah.
I hope he can pick it up.
If nothing, I hope he gets a podium. Like,
yes.
I would like to see him on the podium.
Let's hope he's in your podium for your predictions coming at the end of this video. But to begin the video, we will start with some facts about Monaco. So, as is tradition, let's wow you with some facts about the race weekend.
I know the FIA handbook, but I don't know the fucking track facts. It's great. Okay, please.
Yes. So, goes without saying, the Monaco Grand Prix is actually considered to be one of the most famous Grand Prix of F1. It's not like it's the oldest one or any fact like that. It's just that Monaco is like known for this F1 race.
Yeah.
So in turn, this race is really, really popular. And in fact, the Monaco Grand Prix forms one part of the coveted Triple Crown of motorsport.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yes. The other two parts are in the Indianapolis 500 and the 24 Hours Le Mans.
Yep. Both, by the way, are like wildly, like, so all three of them are wildly different formats of racing.
Yeah.
Right?
And there is one man, a Britisher, named Graham Hill, who is the only driver to have won each of these three races.
No way.
Yeah. Isn't that so cool?
That is actually insane. Like, okay, F1 to Le Mans, I see. Even like NASCAR to Le Mans, maybe I see. And by the way, Indy 500 is now not NASCAR anymore. Like, there was time I was under the impression it was NASCAR. It's not. They use like very similar aerodynamic cars like F1 and F2, but they are trained to go in an oval when it needs to. They're trained to go around the track when they need to. And yeah, they can do some insane stuff.
I almost feel, I'm speaking like he's my best friend, but I almost feel like Max Verstappen would love to do this. Like, he would love to be the second man to get all three.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
he's one of those few people who might be like, you know what, chal F1 ho gaya, abhi dusra dekhte hain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This street circuit is 3.337 kilometers long.
That's long.
Yes, it has a total of 19 bends. And one of the longest, like, in the sense, the most number of laps, 78 laps.
I'm sleeping already.
So yeah, in total, they drive more than 260 kilometers in total.
So that's Mumbai Pune.
Yep, exactly. It's
almost Mumbai Pune.
Yeah, Mumbai Lonavala to definitely back and forth.
For sure.
Yeah, the main thing about Monaco, anyone who's watched it is the streets are very narrow.
Yeah.
Right? It requires an average of 3,666 gear changes.
A lap?
Per driver in total. Yeah, so that
I'm trying to do the math, so 3,666 gear shifts in 78 laps. I know my math's a bit weak, this might take a second.
Yeah, anyone who's sitting with a calculator, you do the math.
Please,
we'll move on.
just the math is important. Okay? Come on, please tell me in the comments.
And obviously, because the streets are narrow, passing opportunities are close to none. A very famous quote about the Monaco Grand Prix is given by a former F1 driver, Nelson Piquet, who said that driving around Monaco is like riding a bicycle around your living room in circles. So that should tell you.
So sass is in the family. Lily's going to be really sassful.
Oh, frick. Oh my God, Nelson Piquet
is Lily's grandfather.
Is that Lily's grandfather? My God, that girl has some race driver genes inside her.
Joss, then Nelson, then Max.
Yeah, did you hear Christian Horner had a very weird comment about this? He compared Lily Verstappen to a horse.
Oh yeah. That was so stupid. That was so silly, dude.
Yeah, he was like, if this was a racing horse, its breed would make it like one of the worst,
the most coveted horse essentially. And I'm also putting it like nicely. I feel compared to what he said. He said like it sounded like a little creepy when he said it.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, come on, Horner. Yeah. So those were the facts about Monaco. What do you think? Does it change anything? What do you think about the race?
No, it's still boring. Still boring as fuck.
However, some efforts are being made to make it less boring.
Are you referring to the tire strategy and the two pit? Okay. Let's get into this. So you know the workings behind the whole thing now?
So all I know is that the FIA was like, everyone's complaining, let's spice it up. And they have done something which involves more than one pit stop.
Okay.
Now, as a layman here, I would think 78 laps would anyway require more than one pit stop.
Right.
But yeah.
So the thing with Monaco is now, because it is such a tight track, as you put it, it's very narrow. One thing to also remember is that the elevations and de-elevations in Monaco are crazy. They're absolutely crazy. So given all of these things, there are barely 2 spots on the entire lap that a driver actually gets to push the car. Now what that does is it gives a very even distribution on your tire. So usually you're not really dying. By even the 30th or 35th lap, you're not dying. You can push if you need to. If you're on mediums, you'll push. If you're on hards, you can even probably go half the race. Now, what the FIA has done is essentially they have enforced a 2 pit stop rule in the name of safety. Monaco is also quite a dangerous track, right?
Yeah.
We have some facts on that as well. That there have been times where only 4 drivers finished the freaking race.
Yeah.
So in that safety's sake, I think it's a great thing to do to put 2 stops. But the kicker, and here is where there is going to be a luck factor to this, is a driver is now enforced to change their tire compound at least once, right?
Okay.
Which means that if in a normal race, if there's 1 pit stop and I am on hards, I have to shift to mediums. I can't go back to hards. Now with 2 pit stops, the way it works is, if I come out on softs, I can then shift to mediums and then to hards. If I come out on mediums, I can then shift to hards and then to softs, right? But if it starts to rain, for example, I come out on wet tires. Now, hey, it's still raining halfway through the race. I need more wet tires.
No way. They can't get wet tires?
I can't change to another compound. I can't change to wet unless I change to another compound.
But I thought the whole point of this is to make it safe.
Right.
How is it safe if they have to drive on slick tires in the rain?
What does a person do when they can't make sure that the driver is safe? you forfeit. So,
oh my god,
this is where I feel like the luck factor is a massive thing. The rain, the safety cars, everything will matter. The timing of these pit stops will matter. What compounds they start on will matter so much now. Because, see, let's face it, if they want to do pit stops, they can even do 2 back-to-back pit stops. But again, it's Monaco. It's never been easy getting out of that pit stop. And yeah, there's so much luck involved in this at this time. Given that originally there would be like 1 pit stop, so you're like, okay, strategizing that there's 1, even if it rains, even if this happens, we can take a second. You're enforced to take 2. How are you going to take your call? You've taken 2 pit stops, you still need to get out on wet tires after that. What are you going to do then?
Yeah, and this is all very, very important to discuss, because as of today, sitting on a Wednesday before the race weekend, it is pouring in Monaco. The forecast says it'll clear up.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to get to that.
But have you ever trusted weather maps? Like, come on.
No, I do not. At least being an Indian, I can't.
Yeah.
But that's
living in Bombay, when it tells me it's gonna rain, I know it's not gonna rain.
Yeah.
When it tells me sunshine, better carry an umbrella. So, if it rains, that's gonna disrupt.
It's gonna destroy. It's gonna cause pure chaos all over that track, the paddock, everything. It's just gonna be madness.
Yeah. While I mean it would not be a boring race, but dangerous for sure. And like you said, Monaco, like people call it boring, etc., etc. But it is also a very challenging race, race to drive on.
I agree.
And it actually has a very high percentage of safety cars, like one of the highest, like above 40%. Safety car percentage for the race.
O'Connor Colapinto ko abhi bitha de.
Colapinto is definitely going into the barrier.
Bhai, baith jana. Only 5 races. They didn't tell you how many races consecutively. Take the pit. Just take the L for this one. Come back the next one. Come back stronger.
I agree. He should. The way they're going, he should. But like with that safety car percentage, and like you mentioned, in 1966 and 1996, only 4 cars crossed the finish line. Monaco has the least number of cars to ever pass the checkered flag stat. Like, that is such a whack.
That's like the Destructors Championship's biggest nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah. And we cannot talk about how unsafe Monaco is without speaking of the F2 Monaco race last year.
My God.
That Isaac Hadjar move is ingrained in my brain. Like, he narrowly escaped death. He narrowly escaped killing a person.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Like, firstly, I have seen that video 100 times or maybe more. But every time I see it, it's one of those moments where I tend to realize F1 is quick.
Yeah.
Within a fraction of a second, you can either be winning, smiling, or dying.
Yeah.
It's insanely quick. There's just no space for it. And the second and the bigger thing that I realized when I watched that is, man's got some skill.
Yeah, Isaac Hadjar, like that video made me watch that F2 race. Guys, for those uninitiated, the video we're talking about is from the F2 race in Monaco, where there was a safety car. Some car had kind of halted inside. Monaco has a few tunnels inside.
One tunnel.
Oh, it's just one.
It's one long tunnel.
One long tunnel, and the car had stopped.
Yeah.
Isaac's team did not tell him that this car has stopped.
Nobody knew he stopped inside the tunnel. They all thought he was before.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, the actual scene is that because the tunnel itself is a curve. It's not a straight line, it's a curve.
Correct.
So, when you enter the tunnel, if you're on the left, you can see the curve, right? But if you're on the right side, which is the racing line of that tunnel, you will not see it.
Yeah.
Now, while he's trying to be just told that, okay, the car has been broken down, nobody knows where yet. It's in front of him already.
So, yeah, Isaac's coming in like full F1 speed, and this car is stopped, okay? He's coming in full speed, and like, it's here. and then he just swerves. Like, it was a crazy move.
It was, he saved, I mean, I don't know whether it was survival instinct or just F1 instinct that kicked in there, but oof, that was so close to watch. Like, I get goosebumps when I watch it. It's that close.
I agree. And we cannot speak about Monaco without speaking about our very own Monegasque, the only Monegasque on the track.
The only Monegasque on the track, the only Monegasque to win Monaco as well.
Charles Leclerc.
At least in the
no. Yeah, he's not the only Monegasque. I think it's been decades.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cannot even remember the name of the other guy.
It's been like 3 or 4 decades now.
Yeah, it's been really long. Yeah. And again, I will have to say, DTS, Drive to Survive Season 7 did a whole episode on this. The Curse of Monaco, Charles Leclerc breaking it. I am so pissed because they missed the best part. The commentary when Leclerc wins.
Oh my god. I don't know why they didn't add that in. Why haven't they added that in?
I had goosebumps all over my body. And whenever I see a reel come up with that commentary, I stop.
Yeah, I get it.
It is like goosebump worthy. Guys, he talks about how like his dad was on his deathbed and he said a white lie that he had been signed by Ferrari. It was not true then, but it is true now. And how like his driving has made it true. And how the grandstands he saw built as a kid now rise for him. It was such a beautiful commentary. And like, if I can only keep one memory of F1 in my head, I'll keep that.
Mine's much simpler. And through goes Hamilton. You know, it's just so simple to hear.
Shut up. I'm having such a deep emotional moment talking about this beautiful commentary and you're like, through goes Hamilton.
Sorry for that. That's the whole point. It'll be two people fiercely battling around. Through goes Hamilton. It's just that.
And speaking of Charles Leclerc and Monaco, they have a new outfit for Monaco. What did you think of that?
I thought he joined Williams. What are you talking about?
He missed science so much, he just joined Williams.
He's like, I'm joining Williams. This guy is too mean. He goes, doesn't give me split stream, nothing. I let him go ahead. He takes off into a different dimension only.
Yeah, it really looks like the Williams outfit, doesn't it? And not only does it look like the Williams outfit, it is also very similar to the Miami outfit.
I think this white itself, like, it's just because white is such a standout color that they're
Is it going to stand out if all the teams do this? Even McLaren's in white.
Oh yeah.
Who is standing out?
Even McLaren's in white. Although I do like McLaren's car this time. It's not heavily changed. Very lightly changed, but the odes they've given, they're nice.
What are these odes? Because when I saw it, I thought it was that meme of like HR wants you to spot the difference. Like I had no idea.
So okay, the major, like I haven't, of course, like zoomed in and seen high-res pictures or whatever, but the Instagram picture that I saw, one of the biggest differences was the way they write the number. So if you see the images right now, they have this like massive round white circle with the number inside it, which used to be how they used to write numbers before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's nothing compared to last year's McLaren livery, which on Monaco was so good, like the green and yellow. Do you remember this?
Yeah, like I think it's only worth the change if we're doing something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be, the point of the change is for it to stand out.
Correct. Yeah.
You know, there was a time where F1 had done a collaboration with Star Wars.
Ooh.
One of the teams had collaborated with Star Wars, and their entire car livery was changed to have Star Wars themed things.
That's so cool. Like if you are doing stuff, do stuff like that.
Exactly.
Another very funny meme I saw was Charles Leclerc looks like the HP printer.
That was the same meme we got when they came in Miami.
Because it's the same outfit.
The cap is different, okay, guys? The cap is different.
Okay, but yeah.
I like that cap.
Yeah, it's nice, I guess. It's white.
And blue.
Wow. That's the same as Miami. That's the same as Williams. Miami was all blue.
The cap for Miami was white and red.
Oh.
The cap for Monaco is this beautiful, yacht-looking white and blue stripes.
Correct. See, when they're so similar, I forget what is what. It's just the best will be if now Williams wears red and comes. That'll be iconic. They're anyways in front of Ferrari, so might as well switch colors.
Okay, in your opinion, what was the most impressive then?
Till date, since last year.
Since whatever, okay.
I've not really watched. So not livery, but I love Lando Norris's Miami helmet.
The disco ball.
The disco ball. Do something crazy like that. And I love Ferrari's Miami outfit last year, the light blue. If you're going to do blue, at least get a new color, like a new shade.
I wish the car was that color.
I agree, but we've discussed this. Was never going to happen. But at least it stood out, right? And Leclerc's eyes just popped in that blue. So
I have a more interesting one.
Okay.
A very, very interesting livery collaboration that had happened a while back. Okay. Now, I am a little blank on exactly which year this was, but this has to be in the past decade at least.
Okay.
Where Jaguar, who was once an F1 team.
Oh, okay. I know.
Right?
Let's go into it. I love the story, guys.
Right.
Yes.
So, let you guys know, Jaguar was once an F1 team, right? Just before they became Red Bull, by the way. Now, in their last year, they decided that they're going to do a collaboration with not one, but two companies, right? One was itself with Ocean's 12, and the other, I believe, was with
a diamond brand. Let's just say a diamond brand.
It was a diamond brand from back then. Now, this diamond brand's collaboration has really cost them, okay?
Yeah.
Because they put a $300,000 jewel on the top of the car.
Yeah, on the nose of the car.
Or literally on the
nose.
on the nose of the car.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, they decide that okay, we're gonna race like this. This is glamour. This is it. This is glitz.
Yeah.
This was also Monaco.
Yeah, of course. Of course, it was Monaco.
So two drivers, both ready, right? There's Mark Webber in one. There's Christian Klein in the other, and the most unexpected thing happens in lap 1. Right after the formation lap, we have lights out and it's lap 1 and everyone's killing it. And Christian Klein goes ahead and crashes in the first lap. Now, of course, Jaguar's last year, Christian Klein crashing, not a big deal. Nobody really cared, except that $300,000 jewel was missing. Nobody found the damn jewel. How the fuck can you evaporate a $300,000 jewel off an F1 car?
I think I have a controversial theory on this.
Cover.
The real collab was that the jewel will go missing. The fact that the collab was with a movie like Ocean's 12.
Based on heist.
And then a diamond goes missing. My conspiracy theory is that was part of the collab to create all the hype.
So, of course, they never found the jewel. I do kind of believe that maybe it was a publicity stunt, of course, back then to promote not only the jewel but also Ocean's 12 with a heist film, and also promote Jaguar as it's going to be everywhere in the news. You lost a $300,000 jewel. Ha ha ha.
That's horrible promotion. That you don't want to be known.
Nobody wants to be known like that, but clearly someone's got to pull that risk off, right? Jaguar's always been risky though. Just a small little side thing. Did you see their last marketing campaign? Not for F1, but in general.
No, I mean, I can't. I don't know.
I just put it this way: they fired their marketing team.
Okay, you best believe after this podcast, I'm gonna go see what
you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried. Should I tell you? Or you want to go? You want to be shocked?
One thing I know is they changed the logo, right? That was bad. Yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
The logo ke saath one more thing changed.
Oh.
So you know how each company has its signature color?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Ferrari has red.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think what is Jaguar's color.
It's brown. Or was brown.
Now what is it?
Baby pink.
Oh yeah. Maybe Alpine will be bought by Jaguar.
Bruv, just let it go. Jags got nothing to do with anything, and that marketing team really screwed up.
And the one way to know if that was, the losing the diamond was part of the plan is what the hell happened to Christian Klein after that. Did he also go missing? Because then
we know who took the jewel.
Yeah, exactly.
Where is Christian Klein?
Where is Christian Klein? Is he with Christian Horner? Is Christian Klein actually Christian Horner?
So my co-host is clearly losing it. Getting back on track. There is another collaboration as well that's recently taking the news.
Which one are we talking about?
F1 is now going to be collaborating with Disney.
I did see this. A very, very ambiguous post, which then said coming 2026.
No, there's more to it now.
What is really the collab?
So at the moment, from what we've seen one F1 car in Disneyland that has all the 6 character names on it. And along with that, Romain Grosjean kind of put up a picture with him standing next to Mickey in the car.
Oh.
So that's what I've seen until now.
But that is ambiguous. I have no idea what this collab is.
We'll see. It's a collab for 2026.
That's what. I just feel like maybe tell us then in December 2025. What is this build up?
Hype. You got to build hype. You gotta want people to know what are they talking about, right? See, now you're curious. You're gonna wait. You're gonna know. Even though you might be underwhelmed at the end of it, you wanna know.
I hope it's something like the Star Wars collab you're talking about.
That'd be so cool. But see, Star Wars collaborated with one team.
This is an F1. Maybe it's like a Lego kind of thing. Where
hopefully. Or they have F1 theme rides,
It's like the fastest roller coaster in Disneyland. How they have of Ferrari World.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm just not making any sense in my head.
The whole collab is not really making sense in my head.
But that's why I want to see what happens. Maybe this is a great way to introduce F1 kids. They already have F1 kids where the races we watch are also given in a kid-friendly version where instead of the commentator speaking the way they do, they speak softer, slower. They also have animations of these drivers and all really cutely done up.
That's cute.
So maybe adding Mickey to the mix is never a bad idea.
Oh, like a Mickey commentator.
Yeah, imagine Mickey and Donald commentating the entire thing out for one.
That'd be cute.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. On the same note though, currently they are collaborating with this great little company called Apple.
Yes, but that's not F1. That's F1 movie.
I mean, it's indirectly F1.
Yeah. I guess. So with Lewis Hamilton involved, it's technically F1.
1 second. Lewis Hamilton involved, Crofty involved, Martin Brundle involved, all the other drivers who are in the movie. You're going to see Charles on an IMAX screen. Do you realize that? So you've got a lot happening that's going to be very F1 heavy related.
Yeah, what is this map thing though? What's going on?
So their collaboration currently, the F1 movie promotion that they're doing is pretty cool. So what they've done is on Apple Maps, if you zoom into the tracks or hotspots with F1 related stuff, you will see little Easter eggs of F1 cars, maybe the Apex car. Outside Monza, people saw a little Ferrari car that was just there. And this is only on the app, guys.
The Apple Map app.
Yeah. You go through the app and if you're ever looking these hotspots up, you will actually zoom into the map and you can see these little Easter eggs that are just placed all over. And it's really cool. I feel like this is something that not a lot of people would even realize.
Yeah, unless I see it promoted, I wouldn't.
Yeah, which is how I found out as well.
I feel like they could have done a little bit more. Maybe the Pokemon Go style, where if you're visiting for a race, you go collecting.
Oh
things.
That would be great. That would be great.
Just to make it a little bit more interactive. Because I feel like right now, I see the vision.
Yeah.
But I feel like it could be a little bit more. If you've already put in the effort, do something with it so that the fans can interact with it. At this point, it's okay, hai na, okay, chalo, move on with your day.
Fair. Fair enough.
So, Apple, if you're listening, we have suggestions.
Yeah. Maybe let us turn our car into an F1 car. Who knows?
Ooh. Ooh, imagine if Apple Maps or Google Maps, whatever, one of the maps, like you know how when you are going somewhere, you have the option to put a car.
Yeah, yeah.
If it could
you
be
could change
like,
it a race car, yeah, exactly.
That would be so
That'd be so cool, right? You can change it to the Apex car maybe on Apple Maps.
Yeah, listen, we hire us. Hire us.
We'll do better than the Jaguar team.
Which we still don't know what really happened. If anyone wants to speak out, Christian Klein, whatever, please let us know what the hell happened with this $300,000 diamond.
You can reach out to us personally also. We don't need to tell the world.
Yeah.
But we are curious.
We'll just take a cut.
Yeah. Maybe.
While we're talking about all this happy, good news, there is a really sad news we must address. Which is that after the last Grand Prix, after Imola, Jack Doohan took to Instagram to talk about how Argentinian fans were creating fake news to harass his family.
No way.
Yeah. So it all started with this fake picture circulating, which was Jack Doohan's father posting the picture of Colapinto's crash with like a funny caption,
like mocking him,
like a "oh, that's all you could do, haha" type. Okay, which was a fake image created. Okay, and turns out the source of that was not an Argentinian like source.
Okay,
but the Argentinian fans took this, they blew it out of proportion, they started harassing his family. Other fake news like this was created, fake propaganda, all of this. And Doohan has been very, kudos to him for speaking out against it on social media because, I mean, that's also hard to do so. However, Alpine's put out like the lavest ever.
I read that. It was very nonchalant of them.
Yeah, like if you don't even know the backstory, you might be like, what
was his point of the statement? Yeah.
Like nothing was mentioned. Argentina, Colapinto, Doohan, his family, harassment.
Nothing is mentioned.
It's just like, oh, be nice.
Yeah.
The message was kind of like, we want everyone to get along. Okay.
The world wants everyone to get along. That's what the UN's for, not
and I get it. Colapinto is your driver. You can't take sides. But there is no right or wrong in this. There is only wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially if they're dragging Doohan's family into this.
That's bizarre. Like, firstly, dragging someone's family into it is already bad. And let's get this straight. We've already had one driver who's received. One second. Doohan only had received threats in the past as well.
Yeah. His girlfriend and his father.
His father were involved in those threats.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not seeing why there's so much hate against a driver who essentially has no say in whether he stays or Colapinto stays. He has nothing to be able to do. He is just another competitor. Not tomorrow, if like you see a footballer celebrating after a goal or mocking someone who missed, you're not going to blow it out of proportions because that's sporty. That's just what they do. Even if this were true, I'm going on that line of even if Doohan's father had posted it, even if that was happening, to send out so much hate towards someone else's opinion is what like needs to try to do,
like,
you know?
Exactly. Although like a meme page has even claimed that this is fake, that they created it, they publicly apologized to Doohan, which is not good enough. Why are you creating fake memes? I just feel we see it as Indians with cricket, you know. Fandom, when it crosses the line, is dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Colapinto should be speaking out. He should be telling his fans, you cannot do this to another driver and his family.
Agree.
Alpine should be speaking out, being like, no, Doohan's our reserve driver, he's our driver. Do not do this. Like, if Colapinto is going to be quiet and Alpine's going to put out this really lame statement.
Who's taking accountability?
Yeah, it's really sad. Like this is like a part of any sport, any fandom that really bugs me. Like, you know, when people lose cricket matches and they burn their photo and all and harass them online,
so bad.
Call their wives and girlfriends names.
just bizarre. It's so bizarre. There were times when, I don't know if this is still happening. I remember there was a time where they'd like make putlas out of hay and clothes, and they put a mask on and burn it, and all. I was like, dude, that's not fandom anymore. That's rioting.
Yeah,
there's a difference. They need to realize that when a mob is happy, it's fandom. When a mob is angry, that's rioting. But you cannot be using that much power out.
That's so wrong. And we hope if anyone's watching this and is part of that, please stop. Like, Paula Pinto is now racing. Like, you got what you wanted, right? Maybe send him good
wishes. Send him luck. Tell him not to crash. Just go on the positive path.
Yes. And coming back to a positive note for our podcast, I think it's time for predictions.
Let's go. Are we sticking to crazy predictions, or are we doing normal predictions?
I mean, your crazy prediction worked out, so might as well we stick to them, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you go first as the winner of the predictions last year? Last race. Yeah.
Okay. So my predictions for this race are: at P3, I have my wall again. George Russell's coming back. At P2, I have the Monaco. I have Charles Leclerc at P2. And at P1.
Oh my God. You're going to do all this pause and put Max Verstappen, I'm going to really lose it.
It's Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
I saw. I'm crazy, right? We're going crazy.
Yeah, we are.
So I have a 1-2 finish for Ferrari that did not happen last race. I don't know why you put us into this loop of saying here.
I mean, I see it, seeing that Hamilton got P4 last race, which means he's climbing, and maybe P1 is next for him.
It's possible.
Well, not on my predictions, but
let's go. Okay. What are your predictions, man?
My goodness. Okay, I have at P3 Leclerc.
Okay, that's a pretty good one.
At P2, I have Max Verstappen.
Okay.
And at P1, I have George Russell.
Okay.
I think I'm just ignoring the McLarens. Otherwise,
Yeah.
But I feel like George Russell's due a win with everything that's building up with him. Last race, he didn't do well. So I feel like
maybe the push will come up.
Yeah, and Mercedes normally doesn't mess up the strategy much. This could be a strategy game. They're better in the cold weather.
They are better in the cold weather, but they're not better on the wet weather.
Is anyone better at wet weather except Lewis and Max? But we don't know if it's going to rain. It says it's not going to rain.
No, but then it's raining pretty hard right now. See, if nothing, we also need to keep the possibility of it's going to rain when it's qualifying.
Whoever qualifies P1, I mean...
That means they're qualifying on wet tires. And then they're racing on slick tires.
I have Max at P2. It's fine.
Let's see how
I can't believe I'm not put Oscar or Norris. That just feels like prediction suicide.
It is prediction suicide, but that's the whole point what we're trying to do here. Like, we're trying to predict the unpredictable. That's the whole point.
I do think I have a wild prediction where one of the McLarens at least is going to be out.
Do you think? Okay, you know what? I have a new prediction for us to start doing for every race.
Okay.
Is this the race the McLarens crash?
Oh, interesting. I don't think this is the race the McLarens.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think this is the race where the McLarens are going to, if nothing, catch a scratch off each other.
Could be if they qualify P1 and P2.
Yeah. I have a very strong feeling.
Could be. I really feel, I know Zach Brown himself has said that that's bound to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. Mainly because I feel like Norris has already given up.
See, that's true, but he still drives.
He drives.
Right?
He's
still
driving.
Has the car.
But I feel like that confidence only I'm not seeing in him.
Let him start at P2, not at P1. That's the thing. He starts at P2 or Piastri at P1. Both of them just go a little too close on turn 1. And through goes Lewis Hamilton. I get my P1.
Okay, we will see if Josh Sean's favorite ever moment in F1 history comes true. And I'm very excited for the race. It's coming up. And I do feel like we should even do live reactions for the qualifiers because everyone knows Monaco qualifiers matter more than the race.
Yeah, dude, it's a qualifying race.
Yeah.
Should we?
Saturday is really busy for me.
Wow. Just wow.
Sorry. Can't give both the days to F1. Like, I love it and all, but weekend. Once we get 1,000 views per video, I will give both the days.
1,000 views for stars for that many subscribers.
1,000 subscribers, hardest 1,000 views is less hard.
Agree.
Yeah. So if I get
1,000 views.
Yeah, if we get 1,000 views, then I'll give both my.
So please get us 1,000 views. I want to start watching qualifying, and I want you all to see our reactions on qualifying. So please do.
Sure. Okay. Till then, till the 1,000 views.
See you guys.
See you. Bye.